How's it going, guys? Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another video. Before we get started, go ahead and click the like button. All right, go ahead and like this video. And if you have not already, go ahead and subscribe to this channel so that you are notified of whenever I am posting another video. Again, click the like button. I'll give you a second. All right, cool, awesome. And go ahead and subscribe as well. So you saw the thumbnail, all right? And you know the title of this video. So I want you to really understand what I'm talking about here. All right, so the title of this video is Give Her Your Password, all right? So I understand that when it comes to privacy, we tend to, whether it's man or woman, we tend to say, hey, this is my privacy. You're not gonna have codes to anything. You're not gonna be able to access anything, whatever, right? But as some of you guys know, my father passed away recently, and he was very private, but he allowed us to know that, hey, I'm working on this project in Haiti. I'm working on this property. And even earlier this year, he sent me a video saying, hey, I'm working on this property. I should have let you guys know, because I could die at any moment and you guys need to know what's going on. But whenever it came down to getting details, he would be very secretive, very not specific on certain things. And me just hearing of certain people speaking about it, it's the idea of a fear of, oh, well, what if they try to get me? And that's why they want to get these things. But in reality, if you're leaving behind an inheritance, the people that's going to be getting those items, they need to know how to get those things when you pass, and there shouldn't be a scramble whenever you pass away. That time should be used for mourning and remembering the good things about you instead of, holy crap, what do we do now? What's going to happen? So that's why I felt like this video was super important to do, because there's times to whether it's passwords to online banking, passwords to your phone to access certain things, or whatever it is, it's important to share the information with people who will be responsible for you once you pass away. So it may not be, your girlfriend or whatever. It may be a spouse, maybe your kids, it may be your parents, maybe your sibling, but somebody needs to know something so that when you pass away, it's not just strictly GoFundMe, because I have no idea what bank account he had. I don't know what his passwords were. I wasn't on any of the accounts, and I don't know if he had life insurance or not. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. I have no clue. You need to let people know what's going on about you so that whenever you do pass, let's just say you do pass early, somebody knows something about something. So I want to make sure that that's very clear. So going into it, I'll just kind of give you the rundown of what really brought this about. So I remember when I was a kid, just growing up, whenever we would go to Haiti, my dad would always say, you know what, this property, this is for you, this is for your sister, this is for your brother, all these different things that he would just let us know that, forever, since we were kids. And it was just always understanding, like, oh, way when you're like 100, that's when all this stuff is gonna know. So I guess by the time you get in your 90s, then I'll probably start asking questions. But in the meantime, it's fine, And so time passed, and then of course, unfortunately, he passed away at 69. So now I'm like, whoa. So the information that I needed to know now, I thought I had like at least another 30 years, at least another 20 years before I had to actually know something. But now that day happened last week. And so now it was one of those things to where, me being the youngest sibling, I'm like, okay, well, surely my older siblings know. And I had one sibling that lived in Haiti, but he moved to the States recently. And so it was a thing of, well, surely somebody knows something between us three. So, all right, so what's the move? And it's like, oh, you don't know? I'm like, oh, wait, you don't know? And so we're kind of like, wait, I thought. And when it came down to it, it's like, yeah, the same way he was really vague with you is the same thing he was vague with me, and the same thing he was vague with him. So now I'm like, oh, okay. So we basically had to put our heads together to figure out, okay, well, what's the move? And so with that, thankfully, we have a lot of people that were involved in the different businesses or different properties that he had, different property managers, landlords, and different people who know different aspects of the businesses. And so with that, we could contact different people and kind of piece together this puzzle. But the reason why I feel like it's important for me to make this video is because that may not be the case for you, right? So you may not have a situation where, oh, this person takes care of this person takes care of that, so somebody can piece together something. You may be a very successful person. You may have a job that pays very well. You may have great money in the bank. You may have investment properties that you don't tell your spouse about, being secretive, right? But then when you pass away, then what happens, right? Nobody knows anything. All you know is that money comes into your account, right? Every single month that they don't know about. I would see memes about, a person says they rented a house not knowing that the spouse owned the house, so they're paying a rent on a property that's already paid for. Like situations like that, it's ridiculous, right? So it's important, and this kind of goes into another topic, which I'm not covering in this video, to make sure that the person that you're with is a trustworthy person, making sure that they're a partner and you're with them not only for looks, not only for money, not only for these things, but you're also with them because you know that they'll be a great partner with you when it comes to raising kids, when it comes to managing wealth, goals, achieving these different things. That's part of what you need to look for whenever it comes to dating. All right. So yes, I understand everybody has their preference. You may want them to be a certain height, you may want them to have a certain amount of money, you may want her to have a certain length of hair, you may want her to look this certain way. Cool. Have that, but then right under that, have those other things. If they don't have these things and they have all the things that you could physically see and you're like, oh, these are the must-haves, but they don't got those bottoms, leave them. All right. So it's important that you have those partners that you can trust. All right. So moving on to the next item. So overall, what it comes down to is you need to have a plan, and you basically need to have a plan soon. All right. So you shouldn't wait until you're a lot older, and you're not. You shouldn't have to wait until you're, in your 70s or 80s or whatever it is. Don't wait until you're older to start thinking about, okay, well, I may pass away one day, so let me go ahead and get ready. Everybody dies, right? So because you know that now it's better to go ahead and take care of it now rather than just waiting until later, all right? So with my dad's passing, it really made things real for me and made me realize like, people could pass at any moment, right? You could be young, you could be old, whatever it is, sick, healthy, it doesn't matter. You need to prepare yourself for that. So if for whatever reasons, let's just say that you're very weary of everyone, that you don't trust anybody, maybe not giving them codes, but this is like an extreme situation, but maybe having a security, like safety security box at a bank or something that you have the key to. I don't have one, so I don't know exactly how that works out. But let's just say it's a key that you carry around with you. But you let your spouse know, like, hey, whenever I do pass away, this is the key. All right. So in order to get this key, it's on my keychain or it's at this certain place or whatever it is. And once you get there, then it'll be a package with all my passwords and this and that, so you can have instructions on how to take care of things. That's an extreme situation. Hopefully you got somebody you can trust, right? But what you could also do, which I would say this is a more professional way of doing this, is speak to an estate planner, right? While you're alive, right? Speak to an estate planner and just plan out, hey, what do you want to happen? Who should have what? And overall understand what should happen to your asset. Who should take your clothes? Who should take this watch collection? Who should take the money? Who should take this? How should things be divided? Like, have that planned out so that it's not a scramble and the time of you passing away could actually be used for actually remembering all the fun times and the good times that you all had when you were alive. So that's what I want to speak to you guys about today. I have an accountability group that I do throughout the week on the Clubhouse, and it's something that I brought up today, and someone, he messaged me and was saying, hey, you know, it was good to do that because now I'm going to look into it. I'm like, you know what? I should probably say this to more people because things got real for me last week. And I'm like, oh, like death is real. You don't know when it's going to happen. And like I said in a past video, I had a vision of what I thought death would look like, which is you're by the bedside and you know, you're told like, hey, the doctor says I have 4 months to live, and you're holding their hand and it's like, oh, that's gonna be okay. And then, you know, one day you're sitting by the bedside reading the book, and then, you know, it starts beeping and it's like, oh wait, hey, nurse. Oh, and then they're doing CPR and it's like, it's gone. And you're like, oh no, but you were there. That's not how it looked like for me. What it looked like for me was I got a message on Facebook saying, hey, dad passed away. It's like, whoa. Like I didn't like, what do you mean? Like, it's like, yeah, he's gone. There is no, there's nothing else after that. He's gone. So now let's get the ball rolling to make sure that the funeral and all these arrangements are taken care of. So, again, I know I said this on the video I made speaking about him passing away, but overall, just one, make sure you speak to your parents right now, but also make sure you are planning for what happens once you pass away with all your assets. Don't think, okay, well, I'm 30, so I don't have to think about this, or I'm 50, I don't have to think about this. Please, get on this now, or at least work towards having some type of plan on, okay, well, this is the key that leads to something, or letting your spouse know like, hey, here are the codes to this. So if you need to access anything, this is it. This is the company where I have my life insurance policy. These are the steps of what I would like. These are my wishes of how things are taken care of. So that's all I have for you. And hopefully you guys take action on this stuff, or at least it will trigger some thought in your mind of like, oh, I actually need to get some things taken care of. So thank y'all so much for watching this video, and go ahead and subscribe to this video for more information, whether it's about real estate or just business in general. And as this channel grows, I'll be able to share more information. As I experience more things, I'll be able to express it as well. I definitely wasn't planning on speaking of things like this a couple weeks ago. But of course, as I experience things in life, I'll make sure that I share them with you, and hopefully you'll be able to improve your standard of living by the information I provide on these videos. So again, like this video and subscribe if you have not already. And I look forward for you all to see the next video. Thank you.